Well, a decision has been made. Wahine is going to be deregistered as a Japanese vessel and become a Canadian registered vessel. And we just come back from the JCI office, spent a couple hours there, and it was the fourth meeting I've had there. Gained real clarity in the advice of others. A big shout out to my friend, a big shout out to Kirk, and his advice, his process he found out was confirmed here. So there's now a two-step process. I need to change the registration to Canada. That requires going to customs, getting an export certificate. There's some question over whether I have to be in a bonded area or not for that to happen. So that's to be resolved. I then bring that export permit to JCI. They deregister it. They then give me an English translation of that document, which then I present to vessel registry in Canada to get Wahine registered there. So that decision has been made. Second decision was whether I do that before my Okinawa trip or not. I need more blue water experience. I need blue water experience, and I need solo blue water experience. And I've been somewhat inhibited and frustrated and held back by this certification problem with Wahine because she's only allowed in Area 1. And I need to do a longer multi-night run. I need to learn lots. I need to experience lots in order for me to be 100% certain that I should go in May. And my aim is to be 80% ready by the end of January in all fronts. 80% with Wahine's upgrades, new jib, furler, mainsail. I gotta check out the plumbing, get the electronics done. I had Bobby here yesterday checking all the electrics and the wiring, seeing what's good, what's bad, what we need to replace. So I need to do all of that. I need to get all the equipment on board that I need for a solo journey. And I want 80% of all of that by the end of January, so that in February, I leave Yumenoshima. Actually, I will leave here January 31st at the latest. I'm going to give my notice in a few days' time, 1 month to go at Yumenoshima Marina, and then I'm going to be heading to other ports. And the advice of JCI is that I do not change the Canadian registry until after I've done the Okinawa trip, because it just makes my paperwork all that much more easy. All I need is one permit. Wahine's already qualified to do that run, or has the necessary equipment, which is basically a certain type of radio and a flare. And they know that already. They'll come and do the official inspection. Then I've got 30 days that I can sail Okinawa waters. So that's the news of today. I'm heading back to Nagoya for a few days to do some other work, then back to the boat right up until Christmas time and a short holiday with family in Hokkaido. And then 2021, bring it on. And I'm heading to Okinawa in February, all being well. Hi, I'm Lowell Shepard on board sailing vessel Wahine at Gypsy 402. And this is Pacific Solo. I'm preparing for the greatest challenge of my life, to sail solo across the North Pacific from Tokyo to Vancouver in June 2021. My journey will take me to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and to the point farthest from land in any direction, a set of coordinates I call Nemo North. From there, I will turn towards Canada to reunite with my 92-year-old mother. And I want to take you on this voyage with me via this channel. So join me on this Pacific Solo expedition. Ready to go? Okay. Go, come on, go. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Scotty, go, go. Go, come on. Behind you. Well, hello everybody. I'm home with Skyly 1 for a few days, and Doing a lot of work preparing for the crossing. And she sees something over there. But I just got this in the mail. It is my 2-month notice to give the marina. So I'm going to fill it out as of February 14th. Wahine, me, and Scully too will leave the marina for Yumenoshima and then get ready to go on our solo passage to Okinawa and back. The permit allows me 30 days to get there and back. So that's what's happening. What do you think of that, Scully? Huh? What do you think of that? Further? Further? Come on, keep going. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Welcome to Hillside Place. It's my land-based home, a log house outside of Nagoya that's solar powered. I've just been studying solar this morning. Sun's coming up, and so I'm getting more into the making money range where we're producing a net surplus of power. I'm home just for a week. I'm gathering my thoughts, having to make some very important decisions and before the end of the year. And I have 4 things on my mind, and they all begin with S, 4 S's. I have sales on my mind. I have solar on my mind. I have safety on my mind. And I have sponsors on my mind. Some of these things will be featured in episode 18 and more in future episodes. But if you have any positive energy or you pray, however you send goodwill to others, please send it my way, because now things are time sensitive and critical, because I'm aiming to be 80% ready to go by the end of January so that I can then make my solo run to Okinawa and back and other places as well as part of my training and shaking down the new equipment on the boat and learning about the boat. Then I'll be 100% ready in May. Sales are critical because sales will take a time to make. I'll talk more about this in a future episode, but I've got the short list down to 4. 1 is overseas, which is the cheapest, unlikely. 3 are in Japan, but 2 of them are merely brokers who get sails made overseas, and 1 is a loft where they make them here, which is the most expensive almost by twice. So I'm having now to decide which one I'm going with, and I really should go with the most expensive one because they're here and I can be there and witness the sales being made. So more on that later, and I'm looking at different fabrics, and do I go 130% Genoa or 110% jib? All these are issues I'll deal with at a later time. Also, solar is getting a lot of my attention at the moment. I've had 2 solar companies going to sponsor me with solar panels. And so I'm home here now. Our house is fully solarized, if I can put it that way. We're just beginning to get into, after sunrise, you can see we're just beginning to get where we're going to be selling power to the grid. I'm going to climb on the roof later and check for autumn leaves on the solar panels, etc. Okay, let's go out and check the solar panels. This is the house that my wife and I built many years ago. Largely a lot of the work done ourselves. As always, doing things on a shoestring. Solar panels were professionally installed, of course. And yeah, there's just a couple of leaves, but hardly anything. So, but look at leaves in the troughs. That I'll have to clean later. So I know solar to some measure, but now it's deciding what to do in the boat, and I've had technicians on, etc. So watch this space, more on solar in the future. Then I'm also doing safety is on my mind, and doing a risk assessment. And the risk assessment, I want to do a baseline now that if I go now, what are the risks? And so there's 3 steps to my risk assessment. One is describing the risks, describing what could go wrong, and that list is mounting. Number 2, what is the likelihood of an occurrence of that thing going wrong, and kind of go from 1 to 5. 1 is unlikely, and at the very top 5 is probable, or certain that it will go wrong. And then it's severity. What is the consequence if that goes wrong? And again, 1 to 5 from marginal to catastrophic. And if I was to leave now, I have a numeric formula to add up those numbers, and I know what my line will be, and I want to mitigate those risks as much as possible so that when I come to next May, and even to leave for Okinawa in February, I can feel confident that I can live with the risks. And I want to remove catastrophic from anything that is likely to happen. So I'm dealing a lot with safety. And then finally, I'm just finishing a final push to get sponsors, because I can't do this on my own in this last leg. And the number of sponsors I have determines what grade of sales I get, etc., etc. So, my sleep sponsor, Dormeo, it's arrived. Tonight's going to be my first sleep on the Dormeo Matress Topper. So, let's go down below, get it set up. I've never had a high-tech mattress topper before that's supposed to aid restorative sleep. It comes in a case, it rolls up like that. Nice. Wow. Thank you, Dormeo, my sleep sponsor. Those are the 4 things on my mind. So please send some energy my way and advice if you have anything of the above. And if you happen to be in Tokyo area January 3rd, join me for the polar bear swim. I'm going to do some cold water training, which I've been advised to do to practice the shock of cold water. And this is a bit of a Canadian tradition in other countries as well. And hopefully I'll have wahine there and maybe some other boats from the TSPS. And if you come, you'll get one of these enamel mugs, and we'll have some hot chocolate in it. And you can expunge yourself for 2020 and embrace the stimulation of 2021. So have a great day, everybody. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to support me and the Pacific Solo Expedition, please subscribe to the channel and like and share and comment on the episodes. You can head over to my Facebook page or the Pacific Solo website for regular updates. And you can find a wide selection of original Pacific Solo and Nemo North products on my store. Everything from enamel mugs and neck gaiters to t-shirts and hoodies. Pick up some merchandise for yourself or a gift for that somebody special. Every purchase goes to support Pacific Solo and to create educational materials for the Great Pacific Learning Project and my partnership with schools, which will help raise awareness and bring information to students about the importance of protecting our oceans. Take care, everybody.